Basic urban delivery services in Brussels have not been affected by the pandemic. Everything continued to work: electricity, water, public transport, the whole system functioned because we considered that public service are essential services, and so everybody continued to work in these services. The main challenge in the city of Brussels was to make sure that people have enough public space to go out, because in some parts of the city people live in pretty dense areas in small apartments, and they need to go out to sport, to take some fresh air, and that was the reason why we decided to make extra bike lanes, to make extra squares car free, and just simply to take space away from the cars and give it back to the people. What we also did is, in some areas of the city, we decided to lower the speed limits from 30 kilometers an hour, 50 kilometers an hour to 20 kilometers an hour, so that pedestrians and cyclists had priority on the cars. That was with one aim: to give more public space to people. Second big challenge we had was make sure that the homeless people were getting the attention they needed. That means food, medical care, and also a home. And that's the reason why we decided to rent hotel capacity, in order to make sure that people without papers or people who are just simply homeless could stay during the confinement period of the lockdown in these hotels, which anyway were empty because they are no longer tourists or businessmen coming to Brussels. There was a close cooperation with local communities and public authorities on the food distribution, and also on the operation on giving shelter to homeless people and people without legal status in Brussels. That were the two main areas where there was a very close cooperation. For the rest, of course, there is a everyday, normal-based cooperation between the local communities and the public authorities in Brussels. Brussels doesn't know slums, and so by consequence we didn't have these particular problems in our city. The only thing we had is in very dense areas to make sure that people had more public space, but we managed to do so.